This is August 19th of 2015, and this is a refresher on the setup of the theater tent. This is the lobby speaker hanging from a bungee cord. The Egyptian facade hangs off the frame. The left is yellow and the right is red coated. The yellow is a longer upright than the red side. Here we see that the placement of the star is in front of the tractor wheels. And the tractor is on a leveling block on the wheel away from the sidewalk. And right behind the tire of the tractor is the refrigerator stand. The hats were placed under the tractor on the leveling platform. A sign, fruit grower in California, hung on the side, and the tractor seat and cooler, and also note the wheel chock. This is an outlet that's attached to the freezer cart. It contains 2 plugs and a dimmer for the popcorn, well, we used to call the popcorn light, and the party lights. And in this power strip here, we have the lights for the tractor and the popcorn machine, and also the movie light LED panel behind one of the serving bars. That light there is on a dimmer that we just viewed. This other light above the sign is connected to the house lights dimmer from the garage stage setter 8 dimmer control board. This multi-plug's coated yellow. It includes the lobby lights. Anything connected to the lobby dimmer would go there. That was the light over the sign and the lobby light. And not sure what the other one was. It may have been the rope lighting, the blue rope lighting. Popcorn signs are hung off the bungees on the tent. The queen is lit as before with a small black fixture. The power cable runs under the tent and up through the bungees, and it eventually makes its way to a white extension cord marked head over the top of the gutter. There it is there, and that continues on up to the dimmer pack. The red rope lighting attached across the concrete. It then attaches to the end of the blue rope lighting, which surrounds the entryway to the theater main seating area. And that will connect up into the lobby dimmer. The main house lights, as we call them, on the main lighting bar. 2 dimmer packs, which are coded on the instruction sheet. The Hex 4 fixture is now on its own light bar, hanging by tie wraps and a safety cable aims at the stage. The control for that goes all the way back into the garage, straight down the middle, and also the power comes from the red painted multi-plugs, which connect to each other. Comes from the main wiring harness. This is the main wiring harness going all the way to the screen. That's all it needs to run down there. Behind the screen it attaches to the two remote controls for the mirror ball and for the fog machine. Power continues up to the dimmer pack. Two lights plug into the dimmer pack. They're the skylights. They are controlled by the DMX cable that goes right straight down the center rafter of the tent. That's the gray cable. Speakers, tower speaker, bass speaker, and a treble speaker. They're all coated red and neutral. Fog machine attaches to the bottom of the screen. As a reminder, this is not visible at night. When the lights are down, you can't see it hanging there. And the mirror ball light in its usual position at the corner behind the stage. Other speaker. This is a configuration of the stage layout. Speakers, 3 speakers on one side, including the bass woofer and also treble speaker, and on the other side we have the other tower speaker. Tent poles will fall right in front of the wheel, right to the front and left and right of those two wheels when everything's positioned correctly. This is the position of the legs when everything's properly positioned of the main tent to the concession floor. This will show that the refrigerator is plugged into power here at all times. And the other plug would feed the refrigerator dimmer power pack power strip. And this is how the clamps from the inside hold the popcorn machine in place, and we have the garbage can between the wheels this year. The round coffee table fits, or card table fits right in there, space perfectly. And there's the movie night LED light, which also plugs into the power strip on the freezer cart, hung by 2 tie wraps. This is showing that the signs are just simply hanging off the bungees. Nothing exotic here. Positioning of the tent uprights. The main tent sits on the 4x4s, and the white tent, concession tent, sits directly on the ground. This is the gutter for rain. Pretty simple. This shows that we have the white power strip. It only has 2 items. It's got a light and it's got the Stage Setter 8 power to it. It goes up and it plugs directly into the switched outlet up above. Here the red cord is going to the dimmer boxes, the main harness, and the blue one goes over to the audio. This here, the switch controls the white cable, which controls the Stage Setter 8 and the light over the Stage Setter 8. That's all it's doing. This is a normal layout of the audio equipment. Back here we have the flat power supply for the computer plugged in. Here's the audio cables crossing over. And here is that power strip. Speaker connectors. Now here's the power strip, which has the mixer connected into it and power going over to the flat computer supply, which we're looking at right here. To the back of that has the wireless mic, the wireless router, which is not pictured. It's above in the cabinet with the door open above the items we just saw. Here's a configuration of the audio switch going out over to the amplifier. Two inputs coming in there, one from the Apple, one from the Apple TV. Here we're showing the mixed output going to the switch, and here we're showing the monitor, and the yellow cable is a monitor. These are now color coded. Shows the HDMI cable going over to the video switch, also color coded, green, yellow, blue, going over to the Apple TV and going up to the projector. The power strip has the 2-minute warning light, stage setter 8 light, and the Apple TV plugs in there, and the monitor. It also has the other power strip that's underneath plugged into it. This shows the DMX cable going out to the hex fixture. This is the power supply for the converter from the Apple TV for sound, and I believe the light is plugged in there, and then the whole thing is plugged into the wall over here, which is a dedicated outlet right there going up to the power strip in the rear. Right there. Everything comes off of that. Standard configuration I've had year after year. The new stage setter 8 sitting there in position. This is the black umbrella that protects the projector from splattered rain. It's plugged into the new outlet, and we only use one input there for power. That is the projector power. Nothing else is needed up there. Other house lights, that's where they're positioned, towards the projector, facing down, and they're also coded on the instruction sheet as to where they plug. Main dimmer box is also on an instruction sheet. Not many outputs are used. This is the secondary port into the garage, which will have the DMX cable, the power cable, the HDMI cable. Power cable, when I say power cable going to the concession deck. This is all the thing going through here is the new harness. This is the other side. A new harness comes down, it plugs in to power right below Billy Wilder there. While we're watching this, I'd like to make a correction. The Hex 3 light that lights the stage digitally, that DMX cable will run back towards the lighting booth, down the side rail of the tent, and through the port on stage right. That's the port towards the house into the garage. Another clarification is the concession deck main power to the floor outlet, of which the freezer is connected. That power cord from that concession deck will go through the stage right entry port into the garage across the top of the sliding door, and that will plug into the inner wall dedicated outlet, the same outlet that feeds the audio console, and that gives power to the freezer and to the deck at all times uninterrupted. So this is Rich Vandewater, and I'm talking to you from Utica, New York on August the 19th in the year 2015, and we are describing the technical setup for the Booth Street Summer Film Festival main and concession tents. Thank you very much.